Cloud. All right, there we go. Okay, good day to everyone. My name is Melissa Ochel. I'm one of the Associate Directors in the Center for International Education at the College of Charleston. Today we are speaking with one of our exchange partners in the Netherlands. Sigrid is here from the Faculty of the Arts at University of Groningen, or Groningen, as the Dutch would say it. So I'll let Sigrid introduce herself and tell us a little bit more about the university.
Hi, my name is Sigrid Hasper and I'm from the University of Groningen. I'm a Faculty of Arts, as you said. I'm the exchange coordinator for incoming students. So everything that is around applications and nominations and things to know, you can ask me. I'm your contact person together with my colleagues. And we will help you get started and get you give you information about the city and studying here.
Can you talk a little bit about the university, its history, how many students?
Yes, it's I believe we started in 1619, if I'm not wrong. So it's quite an old university. I'm not sure how many students the university has at this point, but quite a lot. We are not a campus university. We are actually located all around the city. The Faculty of Arts is located in the city center together with some other faculties, and we have the Cernica. Well, it's called campus, but it's more an area, and the Faculty of Science and Engineering is there, and lots of things as well. And so actually the university is spread all around the city, more or less.
Very good. Can you talk a little bit about arrival and orientation, what that first couple days might look like for our students?
Yes, our students mostly arrive a couple of days before we have our faculty introduction. It's like 1 week before the start of this semester. So we always advise students to come a bit early to find their way around the city. We start with a faculty introduction and with a lot of general information. There's also, we have in our introduction week, we are having personal appointment with students. So we will talk to all of our students, online, to see if they're registered for their courses, if they have any problems, if they have found a nice room, or anything they actually want to talk about. And we also have a general introduction from the university for international students. There is an introduction from the European Student Network where students can join. So a lot of things are going on in the first week, actually. Just before.
Sorry, can you talk a little bit about the residence permit that they have to get? Yeah, is that what it's called, the residence permit?
Yeah, it's visa and a residence permit. Do you mean which one do you mean?
The one that they have to potentially go to another town to get after they arrive if they didn't do all their paperwork, or
right. Yes.
Right now, yeah.
Yes, it's once the student is registered as an exchange student with our faculty, we send information to our colleagues at the International Student Desk, and they apply for a student visa. And so it's actually the other office that handles that, and you have to pick up your residence permit, your visa or residence permit in Zwolle, I think it is. So that's an hour by train, more or less.
So that's something students will do the first week or so.
Yes.
Okay. What are some of the most popular course subject areas for exchange students?
I think the most popular one is international relations. The courses always fill up very quickly. So if you want to be in it, you have to be fast with your course selection. And I think that the courses from the Dutch Studies Department are quite interesting to exchange students. These are courses especially made for exchange students. and it's about a lot of Dutch things from different kind of perspectives. So we have a course about Dutch art and Dutch music, and well, everything related to Dutch things. You will get to know the Dutch history and the Dutch people a bit more. So that's those are quite popular as well, and I think that, well, quite some communication courses are popular as well.
And do you get many American exchange students each semester?
Well, it depends. I think it's like around about 10 exchange students. In general, we have spread over the year, we have more or less 200 students divided over 2 semesters. I'm sorry, what was your question? Somebody just
No, that's okay. So you get a mix of American students and other students from around the world on exchange. Okay.
Yes.
And how widely is English spoken on campus and in the Netherlands?
It's everywhere. It's sometimes you almost, well, are questioning if there's any Dutch around anymore, but yes, it's everywhere. It's really everywhere. It's in the bars, it's the pickup service, or the postman. Everybody speaks English, so there's no problem at all to talk English to people.
Yeah. And how can our students meet other students? So you mentioned ESN. Are there other student clubs or organizations that they can get involved with?
Let me think. Yes, we have a sports facility, the ACLO it's called. You can go there, and I know that a lot of students, well, they go to the ESN activities. From the central level, there are WhatsApp groups, especially for international students, and we are trying to get our students, our group of students, in a WhatsApp group as well. And that's a WhatsApp group just for the students, so we don't interfere, and they can meet each other and make appointments and stuff like that. And there's lots of things going on. There's a place called City Central with a lot of internationals going there. They have activities, and in the library there are a lot of activities. So there's not especially student groups, because the student groups are more for the degree students, and I'm not really sure if a lot of exchange students get in there. So. Yeah.
Do I remember correctly that ESN has a buddy program?
Yes, they do. Yeah. You can apply for a buddy.
Yeah. Okay, good. What are the actual classes like? What's a typical class? Is it lecture-based discussion? Does it really vary? And how are the grades determined?
The lectures, we have 2 kinds. Of course, we have the lectures and we have seminar groups. Mostly the lectures are just a teacher in front of most of the times a huge group of students, and then the teacher is doing the talking. And during the seminar groups, it's the smaller groups of students. There's a lot of interactions there. You can ask the teacher questions, and that's also the place where you will do assignments and presentations. So the lectures are more the listening part, and the seminar groups are the interacting parts of the courses.
And are grades mostly a final exam, or are there other assignments throughout the semester?
Mostly there's a final exam, but the final exam can also contain a written part or a presentation, something like that. And the grading goes from, a 0, and that's a huge fail, to a 10, and hardly no one ever makes it to a 10, but and the 5.5 is everything above a 5.5 is a pass grade, and everything below is a fail.
What about housing? That might be options for our students.
Housing, that's always a thing in Groningen. We are not a campus university, so the University of Groningen doesn't provide any rooms. We are working with SSH, that's a student housing facility. They offer rooms for exchange students and international students. But one tip, once you know that you're accepted into the program, make your reservation as soon as possible, because, well, the city has a lot of students and housing fills up very fast. Yeah. So it's a challenge.
and the housing is sort of, some of it is very close to campus or the city center, and others is a little bit more spread out.
It's spread over town as well. So some are more in the city center, as you say, and some are more close to Cernica or the other side of town. But actually, you can. Well, we get around town on bikes, and actually everything always say that everything is a 15-minute bike away. So if you get to know how the city works on a bike, then most of the things are like a 15-minute bike ride away.
Is it pretty easy for students to get a bike for just a semester?
Yes, we have a bike rental organization, and you can get a bike there and give it back once you're done. And if you have a flat tire or if your bike is broken, they will come and change it for a new one. So
very nice.
Very nice, yes.
Yeah.
The only problem is there are a lot of those bikes and they all look the same. So you need to find a way to recognize your own bike.
That is true. That's true. Yeah. What are some popular food dishes that students should try while they're there?
Well, actually, there's a lot of food things going on in Groningen, I think in the Netherlands in general. So you can get, well, actually food from all over the world. But if you want a typical Dutch thing, I think the most popular right now is an eierbal. It's egg ball. It doesn't really sound nice, but you can get it at cafeterias. It's well, if I will explain it, you probably won't eat it, but it's very nice. So it's you can get it at cafeteria. So it's a vegetarian. There's no meat in it, and well, you should just try it, I would say.
Yeah. And because it's the campus is sort of spread throughout the city center, there's lots of shops and restaurants and everything within walking distance or biking distance. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And the train station is not too far from.
No, it's actually in the city center as well. It's like from where I am right now, it's like a 10-minute walk to the station. And
the students will fly into Amsterdam and then take the train up to Groningen.
Yeah. Yes, there's a direct train going there, and it takes approximately 2 hours to get to Groningen.
What are some of your favorite sites or things to do in the city that you recommend to students to make sure is on their to-do list for a semester?
Well, we have a relatively new building in town. It's called the Groninger Forum. It's actually the library and the cinemas in there, and it's quite spectacular. It's very high, and the stairs are very well. If you're afraid of heights, then that's kind of a challenge. But it's just beautiful, and you can during the summer they have rooftop cinema there, and well, they have a film festival. So that's really a nice place to check out. And if you want to leave the city, then I would recommend go to one of our islands. We have Schiermonnikoog, where you can quite easily go. And that's also very nice. So I would recommend going there.
Very good. I think those are all of my questions. So I'm going to say thank you, and we're going to stop recording.
Okay.